Okay, we're on Menachot, Perek Aleph, Mishnah Gimel, third Mishnah in the first chapter of Masechet Menachot. So in our last we learned Masechet Zvachim. We talked about we talked about two different kinds of problems when a korban was offered, when a korban was slaughtered or offered. There was a problem of chutzli zmano and chutzli mekomo. So we learned that if you had the Kohen, and when he offered the korban, had in mind to offer the korban chutzli mekomo outside the Beit Hamikdash, that was pasul. But if he had in mind what's called chutz lizmano, that he was going to offer it after the proper time, that's called pigul, and there's chayvin lav karet, there's chiyav karet. So we're going to see these in the next two Mishnah. We're going to see exactly what we saw in Masechet Zvachim in the first chapter. We're going to see it here in the context of korban menachot, because these are also korbanot. The korbanot are full korbanot; they're just with grain. So first we start riba shamna. Let's say you have too much oil in a korban mincha. So every korban mincha has what the Torah says is shira shemen log. L'chol isaron. For every isaron, you have to have a log. I don't remember how much isaron is, but you have to have a log. So a log, they say, is it's 6 beitzim. Then this is a machon hamikdash. I don't know. Nobody knows. It's either 300 to 600 samak. Samak is milliliters. I don't remember. 300 to 600. So half a liter maybe. For those of you scoring at home. Okay. So you have to have that shiur log hashemen. The log, okay, but if you have too much, if you did more than 2, then 2 or more, that's too much, it's pasul. Chisa shamna, if it's missing oil, same thing. Then or chisa levonata. Every korban mincha is offered with levona. Levona is incense, frankincense, okay? I don't know, basuili, it's a kind of frankincense. It's an incense that they use. This kind of incense that they used in the Beit Hamikdash quite a bit. I'm sorry, I keep going to the wrong tab. Okay, if you have too much oil, chisa shmana, not enough oil, or you're missing the levona, then it's psula. How much are you missing? So let's look at the Bartenura. This might be surprising to you. Shalonatan ba'ela koret echad shel levona. I wasn't familiar with this word koret. So now I looked at the Bartenura in the Jasper. Koret is a grain. One particle. If you only have one particle of levona, no good. But if you have 2 particles, 2 grains, that's enough. So you have to have a tiny, tiny amount. 1 is not enough, but up to if you have even 2 grains of levona, you're good. Says the Mishnah. Okay, so now we're going to talk about chutz and machar. If you're kometz the mincha, remember you scoop out the mincha. Okay, you have this whole big mincha. You mix the oil and into the flour. You mixed it up and you put on the frankincense, and now you have to scoop it out. And you have to take it and put that scoop in a kli, bring the kli to the mizbeach, and then put it on the fire. So you scooped out the mincha to eat what's left. Because remember, what's left of all that huge mixture, the kohanim eat. So they're going to eat it bachutz. Or you're going to eat a kazait of what's remnants, shiur, what's remains. Okay? Or lahaktir kumsa bachutz. You do the scooping out to burn its komes, to burn the scoop outside the Beit Hamikdash. Or kazait mikum tzabachutz. Or kazait from that kometz mikum tzabachutz outside the Beit Hamikdash. Oh, laktir levona tabachutz. Or you're going to offer its levona. I have to remember it now. So you're going to offer the levona. I think it's offered separately. Okay, it's offered separately, not on the mizbeh, on the korban mincha. We have to find out. Then all those things are pasul ve'im bo karet. Bachutz, the kavana to do things outside is pasul, but there's no karet. But you're going to eat the rest of the remnants tomorrow, after the time of the korban. Or you're going to eat a kazayit of its remnants tomorrow. You're going to offer its kometz tomorrow. Or kazayit of its scoop, from the scoop tomorrow. It sounds like you burn the levona after, you pour it on after. Or you're going to offer the levona tomorrow. That's pigul, just like we had in the other korbanot. It's called pigul, special category of pigul. So chutz lizmano, pasul. Chutz lizmano, not pasul. Chutz lizmano, pigul. Ze haklal. This is the rule. Kol hakometz. Remember, you're scooping. You put it in the vessel. And you bring it over to the mizbeach. And you offer it on the mizbeach. With the intention of eating that which is meant to be eaten, i.e. the remnants. Or to offer on the mizbeach, to offer on the fire, to burn. Okay, something that was worthy to be burned, i.e. the kometz or the levona. If you have chutz lizmano, pasul ve'im bo karet, then it's pasul without karet. Chutz lizmano, pigul v'chayavin alav karet. If you do a chutz lizmano, then it's pigul and you chayav karet. Ubilvad shiyikrav hamatir kemitzvato. We learned this phrase exactly like in Mesachet Zvachim, that you bring the matir. The matir is the rest of the korban is done kemitzvato in its proper way. Meaning, if you have in mind, but in order to have pigul, it has to be only chutz vizmano, and the rest of the korban is done properly. That's what's called yikrav hamatir kemitzvato. So if the rest of the korban is done properly, then you have pigul. Ketzad karava matir kemitzvato. How does that work? What is the example of karava matir kemitzvato? It is the following: kamas v'shtika. You did kmitza v'shtika, i.e., without any negative intent. You did with a regular normal. The idea of being a normal korban. V'natan bakli. And you put in the kli. V'hilech, and you took it over. Hiktir chutz zizmano, and then you offered it with chutz zizmano outside the proper time, not in the proper time. Not that you offered it with the intent, but you actually did it. Chutz lizmano. Let me see if I got it right. Okay. So not that you did it hiktir. So the Kahati explains that in this case, hiktir means you had in mind, okay, to eat it. Chutz lizmano. That's what the bartender also says. Hiktir chutz lizmano. Kolomar shebishloshet avodot halalu chashav al shiraim la'achlam chutz lizmano. You offered it at the right time. You offered it properly, but you intended to eat it at the wrong time. Or Osha kamas chutz lizmano. When you did kmitza, you had in mind that you would eat it chutz lizmano. V'natan bakli v'hilach v'iktir b'shtika. And then you did the rest of it. You did the nitina and the holacha and the burning b'shtika. Or shekamatz v'natan bakli. You did the kmitza, right? You scooped out and put it in the kli. V'hilach v'iktir chutz lizmano. You did all of those things chutz lizmano. Zeu shekarav hamatir k'mitzvato. You did everything else properly, okay? But any part of it was chutz lizmano. That's called karav hamatir k'mitzvato, and it's pigul and chayavin alav kareh. Stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.